This here is the Sharon of CLOC keeping me company now here at the gallery. I guess your account pedestrian kicked me out, so I've been staying a little bit with Sharon. We have lots of plans, once I get all this art off the ground.
Well, you seem like a very nice young lady. I've seen you with some motorcycle gang guy. You should stay away from him. You should stick with my son Blatson. He's a much, much better choice. He'll go much further in life, Sharon. I've seen pictures of you. I understand you're a fashion model. You seem like a very nice young lady. Blatson, what is that odor? What's that smell coming from that paper mache statue over there? I don't know how you stand it in here. You should say something to the museum curator about this. All right. I brought you some lunch here, Blatson. Enjoy it. Now I've got to be going. Mama's got to run. She's got some errands she's got to do.
Blatson.
Bye-bye.
Oh wow, Blatson, your mom is really something else. She's right about that statue over there smelling terrible, though. Look, here comes a group of people towards
Blatson.
us.
Good afternoon, young lady. If the two of you will remain right where you are at the moment, we are about to create that paper mache statue up and deliver it to its spire, the Honorable Senator Quint. This shouldn't take a very long time, but we are going to pack it carefully for transport, so it may take a little bit of time. The senator intends to have it bronzed and displayed in his foyer. Have a good afternoon, both of you. Take care. CRZY presents a tribute to the late, great Vincent Vincini, founder of Vincini Cosmetics.
A new company. It's very small right now. My wife and I, we make the face cream at home. My name is Vincent Vincini. And right now, I'm just operating here out of a storefront. But one day, I hope to build and grow the company big enough maybe to have a factory. And then perhaps even then we shall expand. But right now, if you would like...
Little Judy. She like to put a little bit of her Play-Doh into the jar of Vincini face cream. And sometime she like to put a little bit of sand, off into the jar of Vincini face cream She always like to add something to the face. Outside of MERGATROID City, Flashy the paper doll sits idly yet securely while a demented apron head destroys the paper doll factory. And as she sits, alone with her thoughts, she begins to wonder about her abstract nature, including the fact that she does not possess any facial features, and she wonders to herself what it might be like to have a face.
I was created without a face. Where there should be a face, there is nothing but a blank space. I am a girl without a face. I am not even a member of the human race. Although I can see, I have no eyes. Quite frankly, that comes as no surprise. I don't have ears yet I can hear. It's all becoming very clear. I do not even have a nose. I could draw or paint one on, I suppose. Will I spend my whole life as an abstract creature? Or will I one day somehow obtain some facial features? Dr. MERGATROID, why did you make me like this? A great big blank is this little miss. But it's nice to sit and think that someday I might get a face somehow, somewhere.
Children, Ophelia Anderson Jr. As you know, your father loves you very, very much, but as a senator, it's necessary for me to be away for long periods of time. And your mom, your mother, my wife, your senator's wife must accompany me, plus she has many of her own endeavors which take her away from the home. Therefore, we have hired a nanny for you. She's very, very stern. She's very, very old school, very traditional. You may not like her at first, children, but give the nanny time. Try to cooperate with her and try to get used to her. So I want to introduce you to your new nanny, children. This is Himmelsheimer. Children?
Good morning, Miss Himmelsheimer. Good morning.
Now, sit still. Don't fidget so much. Let's comb our little curls. Mama, we're a bit fussy this morning, aren't we? Now, let's put on our little shoes. Stand up straight now. Be a good little girl. Let's put a big happy smile on our face. The world hates frowners. Be still. Hold still. There's a little hem hanging out of your dress. Let me take care of that. Now, don't twist and turn so much. Stand still. I think your mommy let you have too many sweets last night. You're so frosty this morning. Now be a good girl and march right down those stairs to the breakfast. See there, your little brother already has his shoes tied. Mama, now, let's hurry. Your breakfast will get cold. Little ladies mustn't tarry and be late. We must always be on time. Gotta learn to hustle a little, Missy. Let's go. Mama, now.
Modern philosophical fable, Beetle and Snail. By Rich Vernada. One day a beetle with a missing leg walked up to a snail. "I wish I was sentient," said the beetle. With Aesopian wisdom the snail replied, "Your very ability to ponder that question may make you sentient." The beetle responded, "Most of my life has been spent crawling around Blazing Donkey's patio and hoping some big human doesn't stamp on me." The snail answered, "See there, you just expressed hope, fear. Those are two advanced emotions that humans think only they have." The beetle nodded. "You a combat veteran? How'd you lose that leg?" The snail asked the beetle. "It's a long story." The beetle then remarked, "You got sensory organs that are different than mine. Does that make you more sentient than me?" "Nah, kid," the snail admitted, "I don't have any more sense than you do." The snail admitted, But I do have these nightmares about some giant human female stepping on me for the sexual pleasure of a male human. The beetle grimaced, if that's what it can be called, Jesh. Those humans are some sick puppies. The snail raised his antenna. You got it, kid.
I am the person known as Apron Head. The paper doll factory must be destroyed. It is in reality a front to merge paper doll and human DNA or with wood pulp in order to create living, sentient paper dolls. I cannot allow this to happen. The world will be overrun by soulless paper dolls. This atrocity must be stopped. Oh, there will be nothing left of myself, the paper doll factory, or the owner, or anything. It will all be burned down, and this is my last will and testimony. I, Apron Head, to the only father I have ever known, Jacob, bequeath all of my earthly possessions, which consist of my VCR, my Marilyn Monroe movies, my JFK poster with Marilyn Monroe, and my drawing of Bangladesh the Clown. To the neighbor and friend, Timmy the Skateboarder, I bequeath my jewel-studded apron with the anarchy symbol on it. May he tie it to his head and wear it proudly wherever he goes skateboarding in Dead Center Park. Thank you. Hello?
Now, Timmy, you don't need to be going over to the skate park on your skateboard with that old wooden thing over there. I saw on TV where it pushed two skateboarders down the other day. That wooden thing will get you. You don't need to be over there.
Well,
you need to stay
I
out
can
of
easily
the skate
outrun it
park,
with my
Timmy.
skateboard. Yeah, well, those other two boys shouldn't have been pushing on him and teasing on him and stuff. Yeah, when he pushed them two punks down. Well, they got what they deserved. Yeah, they should have known better, Grandma. I know both them boys, and they got what was coming to them.
And what's this that your mom tells me about y'all going to a bookstore in Flattown, and you found this kind of book, and there's a picture in there, and you claim it's Flashy the Paper Doll and this wooden thing back in 1689? Timmy, that's not possible. That's not possible. You just don't know what you think you saw. You didn't see that. You're either making that up, or you're just having some kind of a fantasy or hallucination. You did not see that, Timmy.
Well, Grandma, I'll tell you that I did see it. It's in a history book in that bookstore in Flattown. It's a picture of the wooden creature and Flashy the Paper Doll with two Wakanani Indian tribe back in 1689. Well, if you won't believe me, come to the bookstore and I'll show you. Well, if you won't believe me, come to the bookstore and I'll show you.
in MERGATROID. I never felt
Crap!
alone.
I'm on the wrong board.
My home. Here I am. I've come to.
Hi, I'm Timmy, and this is the MERGATROID skate park. Got a board.
Just got that logo.
Gotta warm up a bit. When I'm not skateboarding, I'm on my shred sled. I gotta stay mobile on wheels. 4 wheels.
In the artist here, announcing and describing my latest wonderful art exhibit, the dictionary, a guide to all that is ditzy. And here are my definitions in this dictionary art exhibit. Ditsology, the study of ditses.
I love my sunglasses.
When a ditz dies by her own hand. Dituary, the obituary of a ditz. Ditz makeover, a tube of lipstick from Wally World or the dollar store. A ditsipee, a recipe thrown together by a ditz and masquerading as food. Ditz diet, chips, candy, Xanax. Ditsyland, that part of the South inhabited by ditzes. Ditz blitz, the sudden, unexpected, overwhelming arrival of multiple ditzes. Ditstination, the destination chosen by ditzes for vacation. Ditsdar, the ability to spot ditzes. If your ditstar is going off, you just spotted a ditz. Ditsography, the life story of a ditz. Not that there'd be much there. So I hope everyone enjoys my new art exhibit. This is Blatson, the
I love my sunglasses. I love my sunglasses so much. My favorite thing about my sunglasses is they allow me to see things that aren't usually there.
Well, Dr. Derrickson, thank you for dropping by the biotech lab. I'm sorry I was out. Dr. Reeb-Summer told me you'd be here in your office. I understand you wanted to talk to me a little bit about my new creation, Flashy the Paper Doll.
Yes. Well, tell me, Dr. Gettrick, what are some of the enhanced abilities that Flashy the Paper Doll possesses or may possess?
Well, I'm virtually certain that by her very nature, she will experience precognition, and that she will in fact have precognitive dreams that warn her of the future. Which brings us to the subject of time and time travel in the future, and I understand you have been researching that and have perhaps even developed a device that enables time travel. What can you tell me about that?
Well, Well, my main concern with my energy time flux device is that if someone somehow builds a second one,
Yes, indeed.
well, and initiates a secondary field,
Yes.
while the first one's active and reappearing intermittently,
Yes. Yes.
it could literally cause various alternate realities to merge with our own timeline. You know, it could merge with a coexisting one, and I mean, heaven only knows what catastrophic events could occur as a result.
Yes, the sudden merging of more than one timeline could indeed be devastating. Well, I'm afraid Dr. Reebsommer is beeping me. I've got to get back to the biotech lab. Thank you for your time, Dr. Derrickson.
Sharon, let me level with you. I can't do anything else for your face. That scarring on your complexion there, it's a permanent thing. You can go to a dozen other dermatologists, they'll tell you the same thing. I'm afraid your modeling career is probably over. The lawsuit, class action lawsuit against Infinity, that's the best idea you've had yet. And there's lots of other women nationwide that will join you. Hey, this is all going to come out on nationwide TV, Sharon, during the Senate hearings. Look, I've known Judy Vincini for many years. She's self-centered, narcissistic. She doesn't care about anybody else. I mean, come on. Just be glad to grab whatever settlement you can get. Count your losses and move on. Just consider the modeling career a chapter of your life that the door has closed on. Another door will open. I'm sorry, Sharon. I wish I could give you better news, but that's the best I can do.
MERGATROID, you're watching CRZ1.
You're listening to CRZY Radio. CRZY, all the hits and talk radio all day and all night. CRZY.
You have no idea how glad I am you could meet me here at Drifty's. I just need someone to talk to. The dermatologist just gave me some very bad news about my face.
My mom was right, Sharon. You really need to drop that motorcycle guy and move in and stay with me. I have been absolutely bored to death since Count Pedestrian kicked me out of his place. You'll just love my new studio. You've just got to come over and see what I've done with it. And as for your modeling career, oh, come on, honey. You can model for some of my paintings. You'll just switch gears. You may not be doing the big fashion modeling thing, but you could appear in my paintings. I'll do an exhibit based on you, Sharon. Come on over. Check out my place. As soon as we leave here, come straight over to my place.
Dr. Gatrick and Dr. Reebsommer have a thorough understanding of their two creations, Flashy the Paper Doll and Woody the Woodpulp Boy. They have enlisted the aid of Dr. Derrickson for an unbiased assessment of the characteristics, abilities and attributes of the two artificial beings. and the two of them have sat down at a meeting with Dr. Derrickson to hear his findings.
Both Flash the Paper Doll and Woody the Woodpup Boy possess regenerative capabilities. If either of them loses an arm or leg, not only will they grow one back, but the arm or leg which they lost will in fact grow into another full, complete, exact duplicate of the original creature, and this duplicate creature will possess all of the memories and experiences of the original as well.
Yes. This is something that Dr. Reeves Summer and I had discussed at length. Thank you, Dr. Derrickson.
MERGATROID, you're watching CRZ1.
The local artist Blatson today announced a new exhibit opening next week featuring new works based on the MERGATROID fashion model Sharon CLO. The exhibit will be appearing at the MERGATROID Metropolitan Museum and will run for at least 2 weeks, with the possibility of being extended past the 2 weeks depending upon public and critical response. Just opened a new exhibit based on the fashion model Sharon CLO. This promises to be one of his best exhibits yet, with previous attendance records at past exhibits already being shattered. If you live in the greater MERGATROID Flat Town area, you owe it to yourself to take a half hour of time and come see this breathtaking display by Blatson.
My dear Sharon, this is the big break for both of us. It's going to make the name Blatson internationally famous. It's going to make the name Sharon CLO internationally famous. Oh, your fashion career, your modeling career is just beginning, Sharon. This is the big break. This is the art exhibit to end all art exhibits, and my name in glowing lights, and your name in flashing lights. Yes, this is it. Nationwide, worldwide, we're going to be a sensation, Sharon. Sharon Cielo and Blatson the artist. This is it. This is it. This is the art exhibit to end all art exhibits, and my name in glowing lights, and your name in flashing lights. Yes, this is it. Nationwide, worldwide. Blatson internationally famous. It's going to make the name Sharon Cielo internationally famous.
other citizens of MERGATROID. I feel that it is my sacred duty to warn you about the latest atrocity created by the so-called artist Blatson. That's right, little lady, I'm talking about his new Sharon Cielo exhibit. Now it's bad enough that a washed-up has-been former model is waltzing around just like she still was somebody, but add to that a talentless copycat wannabe artist and you have sheer, utter eye poison for the unwitting, unsuspecting viewer who, God forbid, ends up walking through this latest exhibit. I suppose this entire fiasco is a boost to the egos and the pocketbooks of the two pathetic individuals who are involved in it, but I find myself wanting to climb the tallest mountain and yell at the top of my lungs to keep the hapless citizen from getting involved in it. Stay away, run for cover, avoid it like the plague. Unless you like having recurring nightmares from the visual assault to which a walkthrough of this thing will subject you. If I weren't a mature individual with a stable mind, walking through this exhibit would have been a traumatic experience from which I would not easily recover. Well, trust me little ladies, it was indeed a traumatic experience, but I seem to have recovered nicely. I want to spare you the same sordid experience. This has been Imogene Slokowski wishing you a pleasant weekend.
Previous commentary are the opinions of critic Imogene Slokowski and do not reflect the views and opinions of the owners, management and employees of CRZY Television. This has been a CRZY presentation.
MERGATROID, you're watching CRZY.
Good evening viewers. In the interest of fairness, CRZY Television is welcoming the artist Blatson for his response to last night's commentary by MERGATROID Times columnist Imogene Slokowski about Blatson's latest art exhibit currently on display at the MERGATROID Metropolitan Museum. The opinions presented here do not reflect those of the owners, management or employees of CRZY Television.
Hello, dear art fan. And you know who you are, all of you, my faithful, dedicated patrons. This is Blatson the artist, and I'm here to speak out against that dreadful, mean-spirited bitch who hides behind her poison pen to viciously assault my art. She's a talentless cunt whose only penchant for journalism is writing the ugliest, meanest crap she can think of with the sole purpose of elevating her own ego while attempting to destroy others. Well, my dear faithful fans, it won't work. I want all of you to email the MERGATROID Times and threaten to cancel your subscription unless this vile, wicked cunt is fired immediately. Let your feelings be known. Get on Twitter and tweet. Blog against her.
Divine Humanity with Dr. Hubert Slokowski. Dr. Slokowski's divine message is about to begin. Thank you for tuning into this week's sacred message, and remember, send your prayer requests along with a healthy donation to the Divine Humanity Cathedral, 4477 Pass Hart Freeway, MERGATROID City zip code 66666. And now Dr. Slokowski is about to begin.
Hello, my children. It's Dr. Hubert Slokowski here from the Divine Humanity Cathedral. And I just want to talk to all of you people about your lives. There's a biker bar here. I'm sure you heard one of the bikers was shot on the parking lot. Why? Because of drunks and guns. Alcohol. It's a terrible, deadly mix. 50% of the shootings all over the United States involve alcohol. Those bikers are degenerates. That biker bar is a hangout for degenerates. You don't want to be a degenerate. No, my darling, sweet children, you don't want to be degenerates. Avoid those places. Stay away from those places. Let me tell you something else to stay away from. And my daughter Imogene has already announced this. She's already talked about it, how dreadful and awful it is. I'm sure all of you have already heard about this. It's that horrible, degenerate art exhibit by blacks and the artists. It's based on that horrible Sharon Cielo model. It's the most scandalous, salacious thing anybody's ever seen. You don't want to subject yourself, or your wife, or your children to that. Avoid it. Lapson's a degenerate. This model, Sharon Cielo, she's a degenerate. They're degenerates. And if you go to the art exhibit, that degenerate will rub off on you, and you'll be a degenerate too. So, my darling children, I'm just trying to take care of you and your souls. And this has been Dr. Hubert Slokowski. Have a wonderful week.
Dr. Hubert Slokowski from the Divine Humanity Cathedral. Tune in again next week for another message from Dr. Slokowski.
Playing at all triple flex theaters. Anastas Boulamy's Terrifying Rise of the Hellbirds. See it now.
Go, go. Give it the gas. Give it the gas. We have to outrun the Hellbirds. We have to outrun the Hellbirds. They will kill us all. They will kill us all.
Fast as I can. I'm going as fast as I can. They're gaining on us. They're gaining on us. I'm going as fast as I can. Discretion is advised for sensitive viewers. The following documentary captures moments from group therapy sessions with some of the most deeply disturbed mental patients under the care of Dr. Flipshire of Flattown. All persons featured consented to the release of these sounds and images. This is graphic and shocking. Discretion is advised.
Hey, thanks for being here, everyone. We got a great turnout today, and actually it looks like we have a new guest.
Nothing to do. I hate all my wishing. I hate all my hating. Hate all my feelings this way and that. The storm in my head wants what happened unreal.
That took a lot of courage.
Mind all the hatred between us, the base, hating you, hating me, and then get quiet with my why, with my why, how I feel all alone, and your loneliness too. My whys, my whys. My ears start to bleed, my sight starts to fail. The honesty says, look away now, love, look away.
That took a lot of courage.
MERGATROID, you're watching
Welcome to today's edition of Heart's Desire, brought to you by Drifty's Hamburgers. For the ravenous little appetites in your family, come get a double for everyone in the family, and don't forget the Super Deluxe French fries and the Super Deluxe drinks. Treat the family to Drifty's.
This island is fabulous, my dearest darling. It's everything we could ever have hoped for. It's everything that we want and need. It's our own little paradise. Our own private getaway for just you and I.
Yes, my dear. As long as we have each other, we can remain here forever if we like. Far, far away from the stress and pressures of Dynamo City and the evil Carruthers. While we are here, I am able to put all of that out of my mind. I can relax and feel safe at last. Safe here on this island with you, my love of all time. With you, my love.
Those love-sick fools. Little do they know that I followed them here. That I'm hiding out here on the island, right at this very moment, watching every move they make. It's going to be fun to watch them until I'm ready to strike. Until I'm ready to make my move against the both of them. They'll never escape me. I am the invincible Carruthers.
RZY's guest commentary by author and MERGATROID Times columnist Imogen Slokowski. On today's commentary, Imogen issues a rebuttal against local artist Blatson. Ideas and opinions expressed in this commentary do not reflect the views or opinions of the owners, management, or employees of station CRZY.
Well, little ladies and little gentlemen too. I feel that I must respond after Blatson's recent verbal attack, which was a very clear reflection of the gutter in which his mental capacity resides. He cast obscene aspersions at me, so typical of an ineffectual, so typical of a filthy rat once it has been cornered. He asked for it, so here it comes, little lady. I may have attempted to be polite towards this creep in times past, but now I am lowering the boom on him and that glorified stripper who is the subject of his latest atrocity, trying to masquerade as modern art. If you want to protect your own mind and the mind of your loved ones from sheer rotting garbage, you will run, not walk, as fast and as far away from anything that has the name Blatson attached to it. This latest outrage is an attempt by both Blatson and his horde to subvert modern culture and aesthetic tastes and lower them into depraved degeneracy. My own father, Dr. Hubert Slokowski, denounced Blatson and Sharon both as base degenerates, and I can assure you that if decency laws were still enforced, this little so-called art exhibit would have been banned as the pornographic trash that it actually is. And if we were living 4 centuries ago, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Father Johann Sebastian Slokowski, would have burned all of this so-called art along with the perpetrators of it. Now I don't believe in burning people at the stake, and civilization, thank God, has moved far past that primitive barbarism. But you can certainly protect your eyes and your mind by not exposing yourself or your family to this trash. This has been Imogene Slokowski. Thank you.